What's good, everyone? It's Fizzy here. We're back again with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I made one of my loops. I'm going to go behind like the theory of why I do certain things and so forth. And yeah, anyways, let's get into this. So first things first, as you can see, I have my BPM at 114, and based off the name of just based off the title of like the name and everything, it's in the key of G minor. So let's go one by one. So first things first, I started off with a piano from Labs. One thing about me, I think Labs is a really, really good VST. It has a lot of sounds in there. And for me, the soft piano preset is like one of the best piano presets I've ever used. First things first was that I ended up using a progression of a 1, 2, 5. And then I just messed around with the length of it for the 4 bars. So this is what it sounds like. So yeah, so that's what I went with. And as you can see here, I'm gonna try to break down the chords. So this is a 7th, and then the second note is also 7th, whereas for the 5th note, I actually just inverted the sound, like the last of the triad, if that makes sense to you. So instead of just having just the A sharp up here, I actually transposed it down, and then I also then copied it again back up here, as you can see. But yeah, so that's what I had done. So, and I then just decided to go, okay, this one is just gonna be a bar and a half and a bar and a half, where this one is like, I think like a bar and 1. And then I then just decided to, just extend the variation a little bit while shortening down like the last one as well. So that's what I done. And then next, I then went on to this sound here. And as you can hear, there's a little bit of slight delay. So that's a harp that I got from Contact. Actually, I think that's a violin, a harp. So I got this violin ensemble from Contact, and I added a slight delay onto it. And again, this is like the hook of the beat or the loop, and it's like the catchy part of the loop. So I really tried to make sure like it was catchy. So I added a little bit of delay, panned a bit to that, just to keep the listener, the producer, entertained by the loop. Next, again, I then went onto my pad, and if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know this is the pad preset that I made for myself on Expand, and it's just called Pad I Like. It's a very simple pad. It's literally just the ambient resonance from the ambience plus effects, and it's literally just that and nothing else onto it. And this is what it looks like. I think I messed around with the delay and the feedback because the delay and feedback was really, really, I think it was either low or too much. I can't really remember. And this is what it sounds like. And as you can see, it just takes up a little bit of space. It doesn't take too much space, but it just takes up a tiny bit of space. And that's what I was really looking for, because it's one of them ones where, because like there's not too much going on, you just need something there, just, taking a bit of the space in and so forth. Next, I then used GMS for my bass, and knowing me, I probably used the Diablo preset. No, actually, I'm wrong. I used this thing called the Analog Bass 2 TE. I don't even remember even using that. So this is what it sounds like. So that's what the bass sounds like. Next, I then have this Amapiano sound. I'm a real big fan of this synth sound. So I got this from Contact again, and it's called a Hard and Dirty preset. It's like my go-to sound for when it comes to making that like synthy sound for Amapianos. So next, I then have this sound here. So this is just a tremolo signal that I made from Expand. It's basically it's a basic sine lead with a tremolo VST onto it. So as you can see here, it's following the pattern of like the root notes. But as you can see here, when it drops down to D, I let it go back up to A and it glides up. So listen to this again. So I'm a real fan of the gliding. So that's why I added in that like gliding part onto it. So then next, I then have this organ, and this is what it sounds like. And again, it's just following the chord progression of that, of like the main chord progressions. So there's nothing much onto it. I got that one from Expand as well. And this is the jazz percussive preset from the jazz bank, the organ bank. So that's what I'm using. And then lastly, I have this light perky lead, and this is what it sounds like. And it's a really, really nice lead. So altogether, this is what it sounds like. So that's what typically when I make my loop, the first 8 bars is what I imagine the chorus to really be like. And then after that, I then go on to like the parts of like, maybe the verse and so forth. And then the last 8 bars is like what I imagine like another section of the verse to be like. So that's the loop right there. And as you can see here, I didn't have all the stems at the very end. So all my loops come with stems. And yeah, that's it for me, everyone. Comment down below what you think of the loop. This loop is going to be in my next upcoming loop pack. So make sure to stick around, for that, and follow the channel to find out when I drop my loop pack. Thank you guys for watching. A massive appreciation to all of you that continue to follow me, subscribe to me, and so forth. And yeah, again, thank you guys. And that's it from me, everyone. Peace.